You want a high-paying remote online job, working from home with a flexible schedule. Would you also like to work for a company that's been featured by Forbes, Glassdoor, and FlexJobs as one of the best companies to work for online? If so, stick around. If you're not familiar with my channel, please do me a favor and go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I release more content to this channel. Now, the first question you want answered is, of course, the obvious one: what is this job? What is it you're going to tell me about? Well, it's really pretty easy. What you're going to do in this job is you're going to teach a Chinese student living in China how to speak English. Don't leave yet. It's really pretty simple. The company, VIPKid, will provide you with a pre-made PowerPoint-style lesson, and you will simply guide the student through that lesson on VIPKid's platform. It is a simple job, and most of the work is done for you. Essentially, what you'll need to do is log in, glance over the lesson, and then guide the child through it. Now, if you're thinking, well, I don't speak Chinese, so how can I do this? No problem. I don't either, and I do this job. The students know enough English so that you're able to get them through the lesson successfully, so no problem there. Now, if you're thinking, but I don't have a teaching degree, I've never taught anything in my life. Also, not a problem. You don't need a teaching degree, and you don't need any formal teaching experience to do this job. We'll touch more on that later. Now, the next question we have to answer is, of course, is this actually a legitimate job with a legitimate company? And as I said in the introduction, it most certainly is. This job has been featured with 3 companies that you've probably heard of: Forbes, Glassdoor, and FlexJobs. I have links to those features below in the description if you'd like to explore further, but I'll give you some highlights. Forbes rates working with VIPKid number 3 on their list of the top 100 work-from-home jobs in 2019, and number 3 on their list of the top 10 work-from-home jobs in 2020. An article on Business Wire provides insight into Glassdoor's feature of VIPKid. Glassdoor Inc. recognized VIPKid as one of the best places to work in 2019. The Glassdoor Award, now in its 11th year, reflects direct reviewer feedback on job, company, and work environment satisfaction. Pretty good. Like I said, this is legitimate, and I want you to understand this too. This is not an MLM. Yes, I'm trying to sell you on the idea that this is a great job, but this is not an MLM. I don't like those things, and that's not what this is. Now let's touch on some of the things I listed in the description of this video. Number 1, high paying. Last month I made $1,486 working 2 to 3 hours a day. That would have been March 2020. Don't believe me? Take a look. Now, if you really didn't believe me before I showed the screenshot, drop a "this surprised me" in the comments below. The pay structure is a little convoluted, but once you get a hold of it, it's really not too bad. Essentially, what you're going to be looking at is a base pay of somewhere between $7 and $9. On top of that, you'll get paid an incentive for finishing a class with no issues. Nearly every class is going to get that incentive. This incentive ranges anywhere from about the $1 area to the $2 area based on how many classes you've taught. On top of that, you can also get an extra $2 for class if you're booked for short notice. So let's simplify this just a little bit. Let's say that your base pay is $7.50, and then on top of that, you get a $1 incentive for finishing your classes with no issues. Now you're up to $8.50. Add another $2 for being booked short notice, and you've made it to $10.50. Remember, you're going to teach 2 classes an hour because they're 25 minutes long. $10.50 plus $10.50 gets you up to $21 an hour. Go ahead and multiply that by 2.5 hours a day, and you can see you are well over $1,500 a month. No problem. It really starts to add up. This is a great, high-paying job. I also noted that this is a remote job in which you work from home. All you need to do is find a quiet place in your house, similar to the one I'm in here, create some sort of educational backdrop, maybe using a map or something else simple, and you're ready to go. You don't necessarily have to rearrange an entire room to build a fancy classroom, even though you're welcome to do that. You just need a nice quiet place where you can teach in your home. Many people even use backgrounds that they can take down when they're not teaching. I also noted that the schedule is very flexible. You will decide when you want to work, and there are no minimum hour requirements from the company. Another great aspect of this is that because of the time difference between the US, Canada, and China, it's actually possible to get your hours in before or after your primary job if you choose to use this as a part-time supplementary income the way I do. I just grab my 2.5 hours in the mornings before work, and then I'm ready to go. This is your flexible schedule, and you get to build it. So what are the requirements for this job? You might be surprised to find out there aren't very many. Number 1, you have to be eligible to work in the United States or Canada, excluding California. Sorry guys. Number 2, you have to have a neutral American accent. No British accents allowed. Number 3, you have to have a bachelor's degree in any field. Yes, your underwater basket weaving degree is finally going to come in handy. And number 4, experience with children. Stop, don't leave yet. That doesn't mean you have to have professional experience with children. VIPKid actually encourages you to count life experience when determining whether or not you meet this qualification. So most of us do.
Left one thing out here, you'll need to indicate that you have at least 2 years of experience working with kids. That's 2 years.
Alright, you're sold. But how do you start? Below in the description is a link. You need to click that link. This link will take you to my personal VIPKid landing page where you can sign up with me as your reference. Once you've created your account, go ahead and put your basic info in. It takes almost no time to do this, and you'll know very quickly whether or not you qualify. Be sure that you indicate you have experience working with children in this step if you can honestly say that. After you've done that, do not do anything else until you email me. The next phase requires you to actually record yourself teaching a slide. And before you do that, I want to give you all the resources I have available to make sure that you do that to the best of your abilities so that you are successful in this hiring process. Let me know that you used my link.
And as I'm wrapping up editing, I realize I forgot to say my email is eslteacherjoel@gmail.com.
And we'll get you started with all the resources that I can give you to help you be successful. If you want to learn more, make sure that you like this video, drop a comment below that says, I'm ready, click that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so that you're following my channel. Are you ready to make money with the best high-paying remote online job? Do you want to work from home? Do you want to have a flexible schedule? Awesome. Take 60 seconds, click the link below, and let's get you started with VIPKid today.